I think all these teachings, they can be entertaining and valuable as entertainment, but as long as they are not telling you, look for yourself, it's just entertainment. Look for yourself means look here. It's not somewhere else. Nobody else has your experience. You're already in your experience. And that's where to look. Okay. Well, who's next?
I have a question, Ilona.
Hi, Matt.
Hi. I know that you're also trained as a therapist, and so the question that comes for me is, say, traumatic response or fight or flight response, rather. Um, not necessarily a decision that I can make whether that reaction is going to happen or not, and that reaction is could be very strong, and that reaction is in protection of of the organism or of the self, perhaps. And so with that in mind, I don't always understand what you mean by it's a decision, or once you've seen it, it can't be unseen. For everybody else, my first conversation with Ilona was in 2011, I think. And we both agreed that I'd seen through, but there's many points of belief mingled with fight or flight, freeze responses that they're real.
Right.
And it's not my decision that there's a belief that this is an individual self and needs to be, or not needs to be, but is what was I saying? Is an individual self that needs to be protected. That's that's nature, right?
Right, that's nature. That's nature.
But where does the decision come in? Like, I accept that this self is not a real self, I suppose. Is that what you're asking for us to do?
Okay.
The reactive self is not a real self. Okay, I know that
It's not you.
intellectually, but I don't feel that when it comes down to saving my life.
Yes. Yes. Well, we can sit and talk about it, but in a situation where there is a threat for life, the body is going to react, your mind is going to react, the nature kicks in. So it's not just sitting and theorizing about it. There is a real response.
Yeah.
And as you said, you don't choose it, you don't decide it. It happens. It doesn't go against that there is no self. No self. Okay, if we look at this word, there is no self. It's a shortcut. It's just a term, or it's a concept. What does it really mean? The way I see it is there is no separate self that is running life. There is no I and life. There is no me here, life out there. It's one. This is life. There's no gap. This is not a piece of life. This is life. Everything is life. Your emotions, your thoughts, sensations, body, mind, everything is life. There is no me and life. So whatever is going on, whatever is unfolding in whichever way it flows is life. But the belief that we work with this illusion is that there is me and life. But what I'm
That's a
saying
stress
is,
response.
yes, but there is life as me.
I see.
Like it's not apart, it's life as everything. And that word as kind of makes everything very clear. If you look, let's say, at a tree or an animal or something, is life happening to a tree or as the tree? I mean, what we call a tree is the whole. It's the roots, the earth, the sky, the rain, the clouds, the ocean, everything. But this form is called a tree. But it doesn't exist outside of life. This is life showing up as this form, as this tree. And same as this, life as. And life shows up as patterns, as fear responses, as freezing, as flight of flight,
selfishness,
as selfishness, as. The imagined life between me and life doesn't exist. So that means no self, no separate self running the show, no separate self in charge of big life or small life or any life. And when you think
there's
about
no
it,
self.
it's quite funny, you know, it's like they say it's 8 billion people. I don't know, but, or whatever. You know, 8 billion people and everyone is running life. And life is like, I don't know what to do. Tell me, what do you want me to do? It doesn't work like that.
So in a moment of instinctual selfishness, there can be awareness that it's not a self in charge of that selfishness or something.
Right.
Sorry. Okay.
That's what shows up.
It seems kind of hard to be that clear in a moment. Say you're threatened or angry or whatever.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not aware of yeah.
But that's an interesting thing also, that how are these patterns going to self-resolve if they wouldn't come up? They need to come up. They need to be seen consciously so that they get their resolution. The unconscious patterns are running the show in a way that we don't see them. We don't know them. They're in a blind spot. They are denied. They are not accepted. They are not investigated. They are not seen. They're running automatically. But that's the thing of becoming awake to them, not from them, to them. And that wakefulness, that attention of becoming conscious of the pattern gives it a chance to self-resolve, because the whole system is designed by nature to work in harmony, in balance, and with the whole. It's not designed to self-destruct. It's designed to work.
Is it designed to seek? Because
yes, because
say,
that's also part of
seeking,
evolution.
You might say stop seeking, just be where you are. But there could be a lot of conditioning or subconscious forces driving seeking still.
Right. That's also a program. It's also nature.
So the answer is not to stop seeking, because
well,
that's going to happen or not.
Well, as I say, seeking has that sense of desperation because it's not looking in the right place. And the finding or exploring is coming back home and seeing what's already here.
Yeah.
So that
if I punch somebody in the face, it's because I'm looking in the wrong place.
Right.
But it can still have that instinctual response to protect my organism.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this may be a little bit far, but maybe it's close. Let's say, for example, you have salad in the morning and you go to work, meet some friends, have a chat with a neighbor, you come home, all day you didn't look in the mirror. But now you're in the evening, you look in the mirror, and here you go, you have a salad stuck to your tooth. Right? Good story. What happens when you see that salad in the teeth? Immediately, what happens?
Take it out.
Right. Exactly. Once you see it, it's not right. It's self-adjust.
Mhm.
Right? If you were talking to your friend or a neighbor with that salad and you didn't see it, nobody pointed it out for you, you didn't know. You acted as if everything is okay. Right? You just didn't know. There was complete ignorance of the green thing on your teeth. Yeah, but as soon as you saw it, it was immediately action to take it out. You didn't need to be taught to do that. It's how the system knows to self-adjust when it notices something is not working. But we need to see things for it to self-adjust.
So there's general seeing of no self, and then particular specific seeings of no self when there's a selfishness that comes up, or
Like one-way flip. It's one-way flip and the space opens. The point of seeing that there is no self, that means I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not running the show. I'm not thinking. I'm not breathing. Everything is happening. Yeah, it's a free flow of experience that is happening. And then it leads to the question then, what am I? If I am not this, that, and the other, what am I? So seeing that what I thought was me is not me. What am I? And that kind of falls in naturally. Because what's left? What's left is this openness, the space, the nothing, emptiness. What are the words? Being, existence, life. And it kind of leans back into it, settles into it. And everything can continue. Everything is continuing anyway, as it always was continuing. But I'm not that. I'm not the wave. I'm the ocean. I'm not the character. I'm not the selfishness. I'm the space. I'm the space in which it all comes and goes. I'm aware of what comes and goes. You know, that word space doesn't even do it either. It's beyond words, but it's known by being. So yes, selfish pattern, fine. Glorious pattern, fine. It's not you. None of it is you. So words no self point to that. It's a lot more than just 2 words, no self. It points to cosmic laws, the totality of everything, how everything is working, and that there is this beingness that doesn't change, that is here now, while everything is changing. I'm here.
thank you.
We can just fall into that.